No matter in which country I am, no matter which environment I find myself in, no matter with who I correspond, I always judge people. I always have this voice inside of my head that is constantly labeling people, classifying people, putting them in different categories, judging them, and making them lesser than they are. Whenever I walk on the street, I see the people in front of me, and I always put some classification. Oh, this person is overweight, they are fat, lazy fucks, they don't do anything with their lives, they are too lazy to move, they cannot take their life seriously in their hands. Or I see a person with glasses. Oh, they're probably a nerd, like gamer, a loser. I see somebody who is even better than me in some sense. Oh, they're probably a scammer, they're probably an exploiter, they probably manipulate people. And in my head is this constant war with other people, always judging them, putting labels on them without even knowing these people. But the funny thing is that my biggest fear is the fear of judgment. No, trust me when I say I live my whole life trying to avoid being judged. I live my whole life trying to be the best impression possible, to hide my flaws, to hide my mistakes, to not show any weakness, always to look the best, always to speak the best way, always to say the perfect thing, never to make anybody sad, never to make anybody mad, never to disagree. My biggest fear in life is the fear of judgment. And it's funny how these things go hand in hand. The more you judge people on the outside, the more you're going to judge yourself. The more you're trying to, let's say, find out the imperfections of people, the more you're going to hide your own imperfections and trying to be perfect. This is a whole another game that we're playing. This game of high value, low value. Who is alpha, who is beta, who is sigma. But the more you play this game, the more you become a slave to it. The more you try to put yourself up there, the more you put people down. The more you see people who are better than you at this game, this high value, low value game, the more you feel insecure and bad about yourself. Many, many more intelligent people than me and many spiritual teachers have told us that whatever you give, you're going to receive. Don't judge in order not to be judged. And I don't mean to say that people will not judge you anymore. But if you remove the fear of judgment that you have, you will not care. It's like it doesn't matter if there are 100 spiders in your room. If you don't fear them, what's the point? It doesn't really matter. But it's so interesting how to escape from this is going the opposite route. Again, going on the inside, understanding what you do to other people, to stop fearing their judgment. Once you stop judging people, you see them for who they are. You put back the human factor in other people, not this perfect front. Because we live in a world where everybody tries to put their perfect front. Oh yes, how is it going? Oh, it's going very well. And you? Oh, super. How are the kids? Oh, amazing. Oh, everything needs to be perfect. And this is our problem. Because we begin to hide our imperfections and we try to compare ourselves to others most of the time. And you probably don't realize it, but if you have the same problem like I do, if you judge people constantly in your head, you need to realize that in your head, you're trying to bring these people down. And why would you want to bring people down? It's because you don't feel good about yourself. There's one very nice example that I was thinking before making this video. Do you think that Leo Messi, the best football player of all time, is going to sit on his couch and he's going to think about, oh, Ronaldo is such a bad football player. He cannot score like I score. He cannot dribble like I dribble. Do you think that Messi is thinking these things? Or do you think that Messi is so secure in himself that he doesn't even need to compare? I give you this example because Messi achieved a certain high. The high that all people were after, to be the best. Because we believe that once we are the best, we will no longer have this fear of judgment. We will no longer be judged. By Messi still judged, but we believe that like this we're going to escape this fear. We believe that in order for people not to judge us, in order for us to stop fear other people's opinions, we need to become the best. For example, if we don't want others to judge our voice, we need to speak deeper. And from then on, we start to speak like this so nobody thinks that we are under them. It's so crazy how what we have in our mind is what we color the world with. Because other people are just mirrors of us. And the more you judge other people, you'll notice yourself even in social situations. You start to overthink. You start to not, for example, listen to the person that is in front of you, but you start thinking to yourself, is my hair looking good? Do I smell? Do my armpits smell? Oh, are my teeth yellow? You're constantly going to be in your head because you play this game, and the cure to this disease, even I would say, is to stop playing the game, to understand that the game doesn't even exist. There is no game. It's not you against everybody. We're all human. We are all imperfect. You cannot judge the book by its cover. You cannot judge the guy with the glasses that is a gamer and a loser. The guy might be cryptomaniac, spend his whole day at his house and make millions of dollars. And he might be even better than you by your scale, high value, low value. Or this person might even have a problem with their eyes from, since they are born. You never know. It's people that you're dealing with. It's not just some characters. I would like to call this the Instagram mindset. It's like you see people from their Instagram pages, only on the surface. What is this? It's a stupid game that we play for approval, for status, for who is better than who. The game doesn't even exist. Once you stop judging others so much, you stop fearing the opinion of other people. Because you see that every person is imperfect, but they're also themselves. And once you have this mindset towards other people, then you're going to understand the same about you. That you're also imperfect, but at the same time, yourself, your own human being. You understand that other people are not perfect. You accept other people. And then you accept yourself. And once you accept yourself, the way that you are you going to fear other people judging you? Or you can start expressing yourself. You can start to, to be yourself all the time. You can start to say what you think, do what you want, believe in what you want to believe. This is the freedom. Freedom is what we're looking for, emotional, spiritual freedom. And everything that we do on this world is to achieve this goal. And we believe that once we get the status, once we're the best at something, once we have the most money, then we're going to achieve this freedom because people are not going to judge us. These problems will disappear. But the problems are inside of our head. Because the rich want to get richer. The handsome want to get more handsome. The famous want to get even more famous. This is a never-ending game. How to win this game is to not play it. How to stop fearing other people judging you is by you stop judging.